basketball season is underway. We talk hoops with Eastern Kentucky senior forward Nick Mayo, coming off a 40-point game at Chattanooga and a come-from-behind win. And you had 27 of the team's last 31 over just under 10 minutes to go to the buzzer. Did you just feel like you were kind of in that zone, or what happened? Because that was a great performance, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, I was just in the zone. My teammates saw that, the coaches saw it, so you know, it seemed like every play down, we were running a set for me, and my teammates did a great job giving me the ball, and I was able to, you know, knock down the shots.
And you weren't getting any double teams, so when you go one-on-one and you get a lot of doubles, that had to feel like it freed you up a little bit.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting not to be doubled, especially after, you know, scoring consecutive buckets. So, I mean, I just took advantage of that.
How important is it to get a road win like that? A.W. Hamilton's first. That I know he was excited in the locker room after the game.
Yeah, we were all excited. It was a big win, first one of the season. And like you said, it's tough on the road. You know, it's tough to get wins on the road. So, you know, we fought back and we were able to get that one.
With the new coach, a style that is full court press all the time, a lot of hard work, high tempo, so it's been different, and he wants you to get up more shots. So far, so good.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we do every day in practice. We press all practice. We do different segments. He wants me to be aggressive in practice, take shots that I'll take in games. So, and it's just reflected in our games. You know, we're getting after teams like Chattanooga. We got 50+ deflections, 20 steals or something like that. So. And then in games, you know, I'm able to get the shots off that I want, because that's how we practice.
The one thing I noticed, I listened to your post-game radio show after the game. You stay very humble, 3-time OVC first-team player. Why the humility? I mean, you could go around with your chest puffed out, and you never do that.
I guess it's just how I am, you know, how I was raised, and I guess that's just who I am. I just take pride in that. So. I mean, I know it's not just me, you know, everyone from top to bottom, we're in this together, and you can't win with just one player, so we're all in it together. You
have a bunch of returning guys, but a lot of new players as well. Among the returners, Jaquez Hobbs had a good game at Chattanooga with 13 points, and the guy that's really improved his game is Lachlan Anderson from Australia.
Yeah, Lach's had a big summer, you know, putting some weight on, and the way we play just fits his style, being able to press, you know, getting after guys, and picking, popping for threes, being active. That's his style. So, you know, he's been really good this year for us.
Jamaro Brown, Kelvin Robinson, Trey King. I could go on down the line of all the new players. Jordan Oakley, mixing those with the guys returning and a new coach. Do you feel like every day something's changing and getting better, and you're learning each other more?
Yeah, I say every day we are. I mean, that's what we try to achieve, you know, every day, to achieve something, get better. I mean, it helped having that Costa Rica trip this summer, you know, being able to practice and bond together on and off the court. So, you know, I say our team chemistry is through the roof.
Speaking of warm places, EKU heads this week to the Virgin Islands for the Paradise Jam. Very tough tournament of 8 teams, and you begin with the toughest team of all in the field. Ranked 12th in the country, the Wildcats of Kansas State knocked off Kentucky in the Sweet 16, got beat for their trip to the Final Four by Loyola of Chicago. And they play defense, so I'm sure they're going to be marking number 10 on Friday night down in the Virgin Islands.
Yeah, I mean, we're excited for the trip. It'll be a fun trip, and like you said, we got some tough opponents. So, you know, we're gonna be scouting on them, but you know, we're really focused on us, and every day in practices and for the games, just working on us getting better in our press and offense. So, but we're excited.
It's hard to believe it's been 4 years. I mean, this is your 4th year in college. Do you kind of wake up in the morning and say, "What? I'm a senior"?
Some days it's like that. Some days in practice or like the first game when we played Marshall, it's like, man, this senior year, this flew by. But you know, everything's paying off. So I'm excited for the rest of the season. It's
cool. I know your family's very supportive. You got one sister that's in grad school at Bellarmine, another one that's in high school back in Maine. Your mom and dad make it to games. You have a good family support system that really kind of helps you.
Yeah, I mean, my family's awesome. You know, I'm so glad that they get to come to the games, and not even just my family, like not just them, like the whole state of Maine, my fans, friends, families there. I mean, I'm really lucky to have the support system that I have back home, and I'm thankful for it.
Okay, Nick, good luck on the trip to the south, to the Virgin Islands the rest of this year. We'll be watching you as you try to set the all-time school scoring record. It's down the line.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Nick. That's Nick Mayo. Now, the Colonels have a busy week ahead down in the Paradise Jam in the Virgin Islands. Their first game, Eastern Time, will be against Kansas State. That's scheduled to tip at 7:30 on Friday night. Win or lose. If they lose, they would play 5 p.m. Saturday. If they win, 7:30 Saturday, either Northern Iowa or the University of Pennsylvania. Other teams in the tournament: Oregon State, Old Dominion, Kennesaw State, and Missouri. That'll do it for basketball. When we come back, we'll meet a stellar student athlete from EKU, Chloe Rojas.
Every day is a concept that few people can commit to. Every day requires a level of dedication that forces you to test your limits.
Every day I'll give back to the community because I draw strength from their support. Every day the sounds of your cheers will echo through my mind. Knowing that you have my back means I can always look forward.
Every day I'll be too tired to sweat and my bones will ache. Every day will provide me with the slight edge that I need to succeed. Champions are built every day.
Welcome back to the show. There are great student athletes across the campus, and one of them that is a shining star to that is Chloe Rojas, a senior volleyball player. She was just named OVC Scholar Athlete. There's only 6 across all sports in the 13-team Ohio Valley Conference. Quite an honor for you, Chloe. Congratulations. What does it mean to you? Because this says you are great in the classroom, on the court, and also as a leader.
Yeah, what it means to me, I think it's a lot to say, like, you're successful in the classroom or you're successful on the court or within your community. But the fact that, like, I was recognized for all of those things just means a lot to me because to me, great academics is awesome, and being on the court and being successful with that is really great. But I think just all of those things are so important, and it just, like, represents the kind of person you are. And so I think just being recognized as that, like, really means a lot to me, and it's probably the biggest honor I've ever received. So I'm very, very grateful for that.
Final semester will be your spring semester, and then you get your degree. You're a double major in both Spanish and journalism. So playing a sport for 4 years and being a double major, you've had a lot on your plate. How do you balance it all and have a 4.0 GPA?
It definitely hasn't been easy. Time management has been a very big thing for me, and just knowing the things that I have to say no to and the things that are most important in different seasons or different semesters. So I think just knowing that I have to prioritize and try and do my best on everything has just been a big thing for me.
There is a January term at EKU. It's a short term, and you're going to have an exciting January, no break for you. Tell us what you're going to do and what you'll get from your experience out of the country.
So I'm studying abroad in Argentina, and as a Spanish major, they always really encourage studying abroad so that you can use your language and kind of get within a country that actually, like, Spanish is their primary language. So that's where I'm going to really immerse myself in the culture and kind of be forced to use Spanish, and so I'm really excited about it. I'll be there for 3 weeks, and then I'll be back for the spring semester. So.
I know the senior year was not the year record-wise that you wanted, and the other seniors. You ended up 5-23, but it was a nice win over Belmont the next to last game, and you were tremendous as the defensive specialist in that deciding 4 set. You had some amazing digs that turned into saves. That had to be special to get that win for Coach Duncan there near the end of her career as head coach.
Yeah, it was definitely very special. We've always had some sort of rivalry going with Belmont too, so just being able to really really show up and play. I think our team played very well as a team on Friday, and so I think us coming together at the very end really meant a lot to us as seniors, and I'm sure to Coach Duncan as well.
I'm sure a lot of tears in the locker room after that last game Saturday. Coach Duncan played here 21 years as the head coach. It's tough to see a chapter come to an end, but you knew it was coming.
It definitely is very sad. Like they say, all good things must come to an end, but sometimes some endings are just a lot harder. So I think with Coach Duncan, it being her last season as well, it was just a lot of emotions, and us having that strong relationship with Coach too. It was hard, and it's going to be hard, I think, for a little bit, but that's part of life, and it'll be okay.
So 4 years flies by. You don't think it does when you're a freshman, but at the end of your volleyball career, you'll be done in May as a student. What's it been like for you? What, if you were going to put it in a sentence or two, to be a colonel has been what?
To be a colonel has been so special, I think. Just thinking about our athletic department and my team and my coaches, and just how all of them have come together and just made some great relationships has just meant everything to me. So it's been a really special experience.
You've been a great representative for this university and for the athletic department. Congratulations on all you've done, and good luck in the future.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
So the volleyball season comes to a close, but Inside EKU Sports rolls along. When we come back, the EKU men's cross-country team off to the national championships.
At Eastern Kentucky University, we recognize greatness starts in the classroom, but it doesn't end there. You have to get hands-on, get real-world experience, and discover who you are meant to be. Be a rising star. Be a hero. Be a colonel. See what you can be. Visit go.eku.edu/colonel.
Is Pickle struggling to get up and down the stairs?
No. Why?
Does she cough a lot or often experience shortness of breath?
No.
Does she hang out with the wrong crowd of dogs?
Say what?
I'm afraid Pickles here is a smoker.
When you smoke, your pet smokes. Quit Now Kentucky offers you the free help you need to quit tobacco. To learn more, text QUIT KY to 797979.
The EKU men's cross-country team off to the national championship meet this Saturday in Madison, Wisconsin, and they automatically qualified by last weekend, going second in the NCAA Southeast Regional behind North Carolina State. One of the key runners, Jaime Romo, is with us. He is a graduate student from Spain. You finished 10th. Your teammate won the Southeast meet in James Sugira, and so you guys really locked it down in an impressive race. Confidence now heading into the Nationals?
Yeah, I think we did a good race. We were ranked the first team in the region, and we knew that we had to be there with the first teams. We did a good race. We did our job, that is qualified to nationals. That is our goal. So it was good.
You have already run this course that you'll run up at the University of Wisconsin in the Nuttycombe Invitational, and you told me you like the course, and it's good that you've already seen it once.
Yeah, I think it's good for us because we were running there 1 month ago, so we already know the course. We know the points where we have to be good, and we know that it's a fast course. We like that course, and I think we can do great there.
About 250 runners. There's 31 teams. You have 7 on each team that run the top 5 count. There are also 38 individuals invited, so a big pack, the best of the best in the nation. What's Coach told you about how you run as a team in this one?
I think it's important to start fast because, as you say, there are a lot of runners there. So you need to get a good position from the beginning of the race, because then if you don't do that, it's really difficult to go progressively to the head. So I think it's important for us to start fast and work as a team also.
You were 1st, 10th, 16th, 31st, and 32nd in getting second in the regional, and James Sugira won the meet. He has been a tremendous runner. Why is he so good? I know he's going to be top 10, and that's what everybody projects.
I mean, James is like is another level of runner. It's amazing to train with him. It's crazy what he does. But yeah, I think he's one of the favorites to win the national title, and that's good for us also as a team. So yeah, it's amazing to see him, how easy he runs, and yeah.
You came from a soccer mad country in Spain. How did you come to running over playing soccer or other sports?
Yeah, I mean, in Spain, like every children plays soccer. But from when I was young, I wasn't that good in soccer, so I started to run, and I was good doing that. So that's why I chose running.
Graduate student here at EKU, hope to graduate in May with a sport management degree. Then after that, I assume something related to sports post-college.
Yeah, that's my goal. I don't know yet what I'm gonna do, but I like a lot of cross country and track and field. So maybe if I can be like a assistant coach at the beginning and maybe a head coach in the future, that would be great.
Good luck, Jaime, and good luck to the EKU men's cross country team. Again, 12:30 start in Madison, Wisconsin on Saturday for the NCAA championships. That same afternoon, the EKU football team will wrap up its season down in Cookeville, Tennessee. We'll be back with Mark Elder, the head coach of the Colonels, when Inside EKU Sports continues.
We are more than just athletes. We inspire scholars. We inspire leaders. We inspire champions. We inspire family. This is the Ohio Valley Conference.
Eastern Kentucky goes overtime to beat Robert Morris last Saturday, 40-39, and wrap up a winning season. Mark Elder now with us to talk about it and look ahead to the final regular season game of the year. The good news is, down double digits twice, you came back and won. Bad news is, a couple of short leads you weren't able to hold, but at the end, you got the job done, and it's a big W.
Absolutely. We were very pleased to get the win. To send our seniors out on senior night with a victory and secure a winning season. There was a lot of positives to take from the game, but overall we weren't pleased with our overall performance. We didn't feel like we played at the best of our ability, and part of that is you have to give Robert Morris credit, their coaching staff and their players. I thought that they did a tremendous job, played really hard, had a great plan, but I didn't think that was our performance by any stretch of the imagination.
A couple of key plays in the game. You're down double figures late in the first half. You used your timeouts to force them to have a punt snap with 11 seconds to go near their own goal line. Good block by Darian Tips-Clemens, picked up by Brenton Urban, returned 5 yards. Big one to cut the lead in 7 at halftime.
Absolutely. And that was a little bit of a tough decision because I've called some timeouts at the end of the half and it's actually worked against us a couple times. And second quarter hasn't been our best quarter for sure. But just felt like we've got a good block unit. That's our second block punt of the year. We felt like we had a good plan against them and at that point in time said, hey, with the amount of time that's left, let's go ahead and call the timeouts. Let's go for this thing. And even if you rough them, they're still going to just take a knee probably because there's not enough time left on the clock to do anything with it. So we took our shot, and those guys went and did a great job. Darian took it right off his foot. It was a great job. And then the key was Brenton Irvin, him scooping and scoring as opposed to just falling on it, because if you fall on it, now we've got first and goal with no timeouts and a tough decision. We're probably not going to be able you're going to get one shot at the end zone or you're going to have to kick a field goal. So great job by him to scoop that thing up and get into the end zone.
Parker Mckinney, in his first start, the true freshman, goes 17 of 34. And the key one that I thought was that as a freshman, he leads you downfield for the second game in a row for the go-ahead touchdown. It was a drive there that you score on a pass to Bierman from 8 yards with 1:20 to go, pressure on the line.
Absolutely. We've identified that he's not afraid to be in the big moment and go out there and perform. The lights aren't going to be too bright for him in that regard. So, he had his ups and downs, played like a true freshman, had a couple mistakes in there, but in general, to see a guy in his first start with 3 and change in the fourth quarter and we're down by 4. I mean, we got to score a touchdown. We can't just get points. We got to score a touchdown or the ball game's over. For him to go out and do what he did, and it wasn't like he just handed the ball off either. I mean, we called pass plays, and he identified that he had good scramble opportunities and rushed for a good portion of that, and then had a couple strikes on that, and obviously the big one to Bierman for the touchdown. It was very pleased to see how he did.
So Robert Morris comes down, kicks a field goal late. We go to overtime in Eastern Kentucky. 4 straight handoffs to L.J. Scott, the senior leader, and he puts it in the end zone from 2 yards out. They score a touchdown. They go for 2, and Jared Tucker gets a pass deflection. You knew in that first overtime, they could have waited till the third overtime if we got there to have to mandatorily go for 2. But they took the gamble, and you made a big pass deflection as a team. Yeah, well, I thought that was very clear that that's what they're going to do. They had the advantageous position in the first overtime because they had the ball second. They're away. The way that we scored, where we just went 4 plays quickly and ran the football well, I thought it just made sense for them to go for 2 there as opposed to kick it and get into the second one where we had the advantage because we'll get the ball second and know what we need. So knew that that's what they're going to do, and it was great to see one of our seniors on senior night to secure a winning season go out and make a play, make a big-time play to get the win. The game on Saturday will be the final regular season game against Tennessee Tech down in Cookeville, Tennessee. I got out the map, 73 miles on the state road from Coalfield, Tennessee, where Parker's from, to Cookeville. So a kid from Tennessee will take into action against a team that has a very good true freshman quarterback itself, even though they've struggled as far as their record. I know he's been a really good bright spot for him. He's an outstanding player, really is. Dual threat guy, can run the football. I mean, they run a lot of quarterback design run plays with him, and I think he does a really nice job. He's tough. I mean, he's taken a pounding this year for a true freshman and keeps ticking, and he's been very good in the pass game as well. I think he's got a really bright future and has been a highlight for them this year for sure. Okay, Mark, good luck on the team getting its 4th win in a row and a 7-4 season. Thank you, Stouts. All right, the ball game begins at 2:30 down in Cookeville, Tennessee. Radio coverage begins at 2 o'clock at 100.7 FM on the TuneIn app and the stream at EKUsports.com. Game also can be found on ESPN+. Plus, good luck to the Colonels in their final regular season game. And you can always keep up with EKU Sports by liking and following our social media pages at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We'll take next week off, be back in a couple of weeks right here on Inside EKU Sports.